those our new clients?
I want you to find a girl for me, Mr. Whitney.
Yes?
I'm Sam Hensley, the new assistant apartment manager.
I'm Lionel Whitney. I'm a private detective on a case.
I'm with Super Dimension Films. We're shooting a new Travolta thing.
You're Foxy Loxy. Lamb Turkey Lurkey?
The guy's a head case.
That's when I ran.
I'm on this case.
Good. He's on the case. We can all sleep easy now.
Mark Savage, you're one hell of a man, she whispered. My knees were knocking holes in my blue summer worsteds. My senses were quivering like 10 pounds of lime jello on a cracked porcelain plate. How do you tell the ones who hand their lives to you like tiny satin purses that you sweat and bleed and die just like they do? How do you explain the ghosts of old enemies long since buried who claw the inside of your head? Enemies who stare into your sleep-filled eyes, cursing your luck and promising to change it from beyond the grave. Yeah, I was one hell of a man. Don't you believe it? I was sitting in the middle of nowhere, waiting to be killed. Waiting for the slug with my name on it, the one marked Hollywood tough guy. The one that would come out of nowhere and blow my lights out. Then, from somewhere, I heard laughing. Loud, cawing laughter. Laughter that shook the ground and hung in the air like an English mist. I glanced at Lillian, but she didn't hear it. And then I knew it was just Mark Savage laughing at himself. Laughing because it was too late to cry. Boy, that's great. Lionel Whitney Agency, Lionel Whitney speaking. I said Lionel Whitney Agency.
I heard you.
Well, you didn't respond.
The reason I'm calling is that I need to employ your services right now. Are you available?
Available? That depends, Mr.
No names, at least until we meet. It has to be that way.
What do you mean, no names?
Mr. Whitney, don't put me through this. I've had a bad week. Accept it, okay?
Well, isn't that a little unusual? There are business considerations aside from billing procedures and just records and such. I've got withholding. The government isn't going to understand money that I can't account for, and,
Look in your mail chute, please.
Mail chute? The mail doesn't... You left something in my mail chute?
I'll wait.
It's a $1,000 bill. You left a $1,000 bill in my mail chute.
I need to know I can trust you, Mr. Whitney. This case is very delicate. Once you've passed inspection, I will reveal myself to you. But it has to be that way. Do you understand?
Well, yes, I guess. It's just that I wish you'd...
Take this address down. 1657 Menlo Park Drive, Eagle Rock. Be there in an hour. Park in front, stay in your car. I'll be waiting.
Okay, let me give that back.
I really prefer some other town car to yours, but the problem is finding them in bulk, you know?
That's very true.
I know. If we should decide to purchase all 12 limousines, we will, of course, require that your fender shop attach flag stanchions.
Of course.
Yes. We prefer that they be mounted on the bumpers. And they should be precisely 15 inches above the center line of the tail and the headlight globe.
Of course, for the African embassy flags.
Africa has no embassy, has no flag. Africa is a continent, my dear man, containing over 25 sovereign nations, including my own Mozambique.
I'm sorry. How stupid of me.
How stupid indeed. No phone.
What?
No phone up front. You must change that. Ambassador does not make his own call. Driver calls up. This is standard embassy protocol.
Of course, I should have known that.
You should.
E.L. Turner, telephone, please. Mr. E.L. Turner,
Turner.
wanted on telephone.
Turner, yes, that's my driver. I let the chap go for biscuits and tea. I'd best take his call.
Use my phone. The officer's right there.
What kind? I'll be back in a jiff.
My pleasure. This guy is the undersecretary to the ambassador of Mozambique. They want 12 limos for the embassy. I'm going to extend this car to him for the weekend, get it gassed and ready. I want price lists on the 6 stretches and the 2 Fleetwoods, and call Hollywood Limo and see if we can get 2 more from them. Move it!
Turner here.
Where are you? I got this number from your apartment manager. She said you moved.
I'm at Hollywood Town Car Company.
What are you doing there?
My car was repossessed. I needed some wheels. What's up?
Listen, this is really something, really something. I was sitting in the office and this guy calls and he tells me to go look in the mail chute, and I did. And what do you think I found in there?
A little baby chicken.
A chicken? No, I found an envelope with $1,000 in it, a brand new bill. Then this guy tells me that if I want 2,000 more, I should go to 1657 Menlo Park Drive.
1657 Menlo Park Drive.
Yeah, it's in Eagle Rock. He said he'd meet me there in an hour.
What's his name?
That's the really strange part. He said no names until he met me, and then he hung up. If I don't go, I got to keep the $1,000 anyway.
Don't go. You're not gonna go, right, Lionel?
Well, at first, that's what I was thinking. But, you know, people get in trouble, yell, and they don't know how to get out, so they'll hire a private detective. You know, innocent people. Sometimes
Lionel.
a PI has to take a wild chance, has to risk something.
Lionel,
to
you
get
listening?
something. Oh, sure, I'll be scared. My nerves will be quivering like 10 pounds of lime jello on a porcelain plate.
Lime what?
If I'm not back in 2 hours, you'll know I'm probably, well, in trouble, okay?
Lionel, would you listen to me? Look, buddy, I got a whole new program cooking here. I got a brand new apartment in the Century City high-rise. Look, why don't we get together, get a couple of girls, go back to my place, Mark Savage time.
Stop treating me like I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. This guy's in trouble. We sell a service, he's paying for that service. Okay, he's a little eccentric.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper was a little eccentric, my friend.
I'll be in touch. And then I knew it was just Lionel Whitney laughing at himself. Laughing because it was too late to cry. Anybody there? Hello? Anybody out there? Excuse me?
You look at him.
Hello?
Eyes forward.
What?
I said eyes forward. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to put it in gear, back it up, and head down the street.
You aren't the one I spoke to.
Just do as you're told, kiddo. I said eyes forward.
Yes, sir.
You play it straight, you won't get hurt.
I would like to know where we're going.
Up ahead, we make a right.
No, what I meant was to what place are we
Shut up.
I would like to know what you want with me in a place like this.
When I tell you, you'll know.
I don't know who you think you are, but this is kidnapping. There are people who right now know of my whereabouts.
Will you put a cork in it? Just keep driving. Okay, stop it right here.
What are you doing with my distributor cap?
Just shut
What?
up.
Why did you do that? I'm never going to find that.
Put this on, over your eyes.
A blindfold? I don't want a blindfold. Please let me go. I was foolish to come. I know that now.
Just shut up. Put it on. Come on.
What's going on? Who's there?
I apologize for all of this, Mr. Whitney, but I assure you it's absolutely necessary.
Who are you, please?
The reason I wanted to see you was so I'd know who you are. I want you to find a girl for me, Mr. Whitney. My friend is handing you an envelope. The envelope contains the torn halves of 2 $1,000 bills along with a picture of the girl. Her name is Susan Lardner. All I want you to do is locate her for me. She was last seen this afternoon at an address which is written on the back of the picture, so it shouldn't take you very long to find her. Once you've located her, I want you to go to your office and wait. I will call every hour. When you give me the information, I will mail you the other half of the torn bill.
Who's this girl? Why do you want her?
What does it matter? She's just a girl I once knew. No harm will come to her, and you will make $2,000 more. Are we in business, Mr. Whitney?
I guess.
Good. Let's go. Somebody there. Come on, let's go.
Lionel! Are those our new clients? I like them. I like them. They seem like real nice folk.
I don't even know what you're doing out here anyway. Who asked you to come out here? You could have gotten us killed.
That's great. That's really great. You're the one who calls me with the story right out of the Lux Radio Theater. You're the one who comes on here all by yourself, walking around looking like Elmer Fudd, talking about, where that Don Webbit? If I hadn't shown up, you'd have been stretched out under one of these cars.
Who asked you? I had it under control. They were leaving.
Under control does not mean standing in a junkyard, blindfolded, having your picture taken with a gun in your back.
That's right, that's right. I heard a camera, a Polaroid. That's right. Why'd they take my picture?
Oh, I love this. I love it. Let's go.
Wait a minute. We're not going to try to find my distributor cap?
It's gone. Part of the great outdoors. Leave your car. We'll come back for it. Can we leave, please?
Fine, fine. You're a big help. Thanks.
Thank you.
Try and make me feel like some sort of...
Know nothing?
Know nothing. I've read a lot. I'm familiar with the field. I'm trying to do the right thing. What, you're not even interested in these $1,000 bills?
Yeah, I saw him. Try and spend it.
These guys in the junkyard, they want something.
Yeah.
Something dangerous.
Uh-huh.
They want this girl, Susan Lardner. Maybe they're trying to kill her.
She's a loser. Too much makeup, do-it-yourself hairstyle from the how-to section of Modern Screen.
And red satin dresses are strictly for costume parties.
What do you mean a loser? You look at a picture and you say she's a loser? She has sweet eyes. She's sort of trying to smile like things haven't been going quite right.
Yeah, loser.
So why do these guys want my picture? Why would they deface these $1,000 bills? Why would they want to meet me in that junkyard?
They didn't want to be seen, and people take pictures to show them to people. That's sort of elementary. That adds up to smart, tricky, dangerous, and trouble, the fatal four. So what do? We quit.
No, we're getting somewhere. Look, I think we have to go to this address and try and find this girl. She's in danger. We may be the only ones who can help her.
Lionel.
What?
Look, this isn't working, man.
What is it working?
Us. This 10-speed brown shoe business. I mean, I dig you, man. I really do. I mean, you have sort of a erstwhile innocence about you. I mean, your heart's in the right place. But in order to survive out there, you're gonna have to hang a little closer to the sides of these buildings, man. You see, what I'm talking about is a basic philosophical difference. A compendium of evidence seems to support the theory that guns have an inverse rather than a direct relationship to life. And the corollary axiom suggests when one observes a gun in the hands of an unfriendly, one must split to the trenches, hunker down, and be very, very, very quiet.
Boy, I hate this stuff. Why don't you just admit that you're chicken and be done with it?
All right, I'm chicken, but I'm a pragmatic chicken. And those are the best kind, you see, because they never end up swimming around with the potatoes and gravy.
I'm on this case. Susan Lardner, last address, 2316 Main Street, Los Angeles.
Great. Why no heaven?
I've been paid. I'm on the case. And since this ain't working for you, I'll expect you to get your things packed and moved out. Goodbye.
Good. He's on the case. We can all sleep easy now.
What's going on? What's this?
Don't ask me. Maybe they're lonely.
The Roseland roof and ballroom. Don't you remember back in the 40s? Maud Allen was murdered in that place. It was one of those great unsolved cases. Is there a university crime club still trying to figure it? Bugsy Siegel was tangentially involved.
Bugsy? Isn't he the one with the pointy ears and little bushy tail?
Right, that's the one. Yeah.
You know, Susan Lardner must have been a hostess here now. That would explain the red satin dress and the Peter Pan makeup.
Right, if I'm not back in 20 minutes, I want you to call the cops.
Yeah, you're gonna need all the help you can get. Come on, let's go.
Here it is. I see it. Oh, my God. It's terrific. It's like coming upstairs in the 1945.
That smell of disinfectant is timeless. Hey, look. Do you think these girls wear these costumes from home or do they change here?
Who cares?
Okay, fellas, you looked long enough. Are you coming in or are you going out?
I'm Lionel Whitney. This is my associate, E.L. Turner. We're private detectives. We're looking for Susan Lardner. We understand that she works here.
Private eyes, huh?
That's right, private detectives on a case. We think she may be in some danger. Is she around?
If I knew, would I tell some down at the heel gumshoe like you?
No need to be rude, man.
Look, Seamus, this is a place of business. You either dance with the hostesses or you get out of the door. From Susan Lardner, I know nothing. Now, the cover charge is $5. It's 20 cents a minute for the dances.
You don't understand. She's in trouble, maybe. We're trying to help her.
Next.
Come here. Look, you might try something a little softer, other than we're private detectives working on a case.
Oh, pointers. That's nice. I should try
yes.
some compulsive lying, I suppose. I'm going to dance with some of these girls, see if I can find out about Susan.
Look, try telling them you're her brother from Michigan. Anything. Finesse it a little.
Is that what you call it, finesse?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
Dance?
Now that's a nice look. Nice look. Floor, good space, floor's good and level. Probably use a regular dolly for the whole thing.
And I bet you play the harmonica, too.
Oh, I'm sorry. J. Marshall Morrison, Naked JM. I'm with Super Dimension Films. We're shooting a new Travolta thing, dancing. Probably have to cable all the power up. We'll blow a fuse if we hooked into this electrical system. These old buildings are never up to code.
Mr. Tucker say you can make a film in here?
Yes.
Well, look. Look. You should use this place. Some of the girls make really good extras, and some of them have even danced in shows and stuff. Ask ask me anything, okay? I mean, there is some stuff in here that'd be really great to shoot. What do you want to see?
The ladies' room.
The ladies' room? That's before I came to Sioux Falls. You know, I had this kind of natural ability, and Mr. Jeter said that I was a very promising actress. But the high school play was Mr. Roberts, and you know there's not that many good girl parts in it. So I missed it. And then I came out here. And you won't believe how tough it is. My friend Cherie got a burger commercial, and they were looking for people to sit around the burger joint and everything. And she said she could get me in if I got my card and all. But then Cherie got sick and was replaced by this real short, snotty girl. And I didn't get it. And if the roof here closes like they say it might, then I'll probably...
Now, you know this locker room is perfect, just perfect. We'll probably have to paint it pink for the dream sequence, but that's $1,500. Could I speak to Mr. Tucker?
You're gonna say?
Yes!
Oh, I'll get him.
My name is Joe Lardner, Susan Lardner's brother. I live in Michigan, and I came out here to visit Susan. Do you know Susan Lardner?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Anyway, so I came out from Michigan, arrived this morning, and Susan wasn't around. Mom, that's our mother, said she was working down here.
Susan's mother's dead.
Yes. Yes, no, I know that. I know.
Who are you, buddy?
Okay, I'm Lionel Whitney. I'm a private detective on a case. I'm trying to find Susan. I think she may be in trouble. I'm not through dancing. I have to find
Hey,
something.
Spunky.
What?
Your ticket just got canceled.
What do you mean canceled?
Let's go out of here quietly. You make a sound, and Split here gives you the bite. And I feed you your time.
Well, there's been a terrible mistake here. I'm just here to do some ballroom dancing.
Sure, but not according to Gail up front. So you should know, Clyde. We're bouncers here. Susan's a friend, so we really want to know what this is about.
No, look, wait a minute. Where are you taking me? Just a second, I don't know. No, you don't understand. I'm trying to help her.
Hey, Split, maybe we ought to give this bongo player a hit with the doohickey.
No, please don't do that. You see, the whole nature of the thing.
Let me give you the game here, Jack. You see Mickey here?
Yeah.
He sort of got a thing for Susan. You know what I mean? And he's worried on account of this John Doe gets whacked here in the alley tonight.
Whacked? What do you mean whacked?
Whacked. You know, one cap to the forehead. The guy got splattered. It was a real mop job right in this alley.
Somebody got killed here tonight?
I'm gonna unhook this guy. I mean, I'm tired of you stalling around.
Who got killed?
A John Doe. No ID. And then Susan splits out of here like she's got skates on. And now you come around and ask some questions about Susie. Listen, you better start coming cleaner. I'm gonna let Mickey here give you a rim shot to your computer room, and you ain't gonna like it.
No, like I said, I'm a private detective, and this is a case.
Hey, okay.
Okay, what?
Mickey, give him some white noise.
No, stop that this instant.
Who the hell are you?
Excuse me, sir. Just excuse me.
It's all right, Mr. Whitney. No one's gonna harm you.
Remember our training? The sensitivity lessons.
Hey, Jack. What's your story?
You, sir, have no idea of the damage that you're doing.
Damage? I mean, he's the guy that's asking the questions. I mean, he's a PI.
He thinks he's a PI. There's a great difference, sir. Mr. Whitney, it's okay to pretend that we're detectives. And nobody's gonna hurt you if you want to play that game.
What is he?
He's an extremely distressed man, sir. It's a CPI, constitutional personality disorder, with psychotic, melodramatic overtones, if you understand. You've probably reverted the man.
Hey.
Would you please put that away?
Oh, sure.
I'm Dr. Howard Slater, chief resident of the Meadowwood Hospital. I was trying to do a little reality therapy on my patient here, and this dance hall seemed like it would be a perfect place to try it. I was obviously wrong. It's my fault. It's a little premature. Mr. Whitney, we're gonna go back to the hospital. And we'll sit down and talk this over with Dr. Hadderman and And Dr. Streets, you like Dr. Streets, don't you? Yes, you do. Now just come along with me. Come along. Yes, you like him. Come along. Just come with me. It's okay. We'll even see if Nurse Madison can bring some of her delicious raisin cookies. Don't look back. Delicious raisin cookies. And we'll sit down and you can draw it for me in your picture book. Okay? It's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be okay now.
The guy's a head case. How did he know to ask about Susan?
Tenspeed and Brown Shoe will continue in a moment.
Hey. When it gets to this amount, stop. Say, Lionel, you know, I should have went for a compact. Lionel?
Well, that was a disaster, a real disaster.
You just need to learn how to stay out of alleys, my friend.
You treat me like a neuropath, we end up getting chased out of there with nothing.
We got her address, that's all we needed. Let's see, 1657 Carrington Drive, apartment 21C, North Hollywood.
How did you get that?
Those addresses. I figured they wouldn't wear them on the bus to work. So that means lockers. Lockers means personal pictures and other little goodies. In this case, books on how to be a dental assistant. Name, address on the cover.
That's pretty good of you.
Yeah, well, without sounding like a swellhead, I'm pretty good at this kind of stuff, you know?
Tell you something else. I found out that some guy got killed in the alley behind that dance hall tonight. Around 8, a John Doe. Apparently, Susan Lardner took off right after it happened.
Killed?
Yes, killed, whacked, a real mop job.
Well, you don't have to savor the idea, my friend. Death is contagious. First one guy gets it, then you find them dropping in clusters.
How did you get your hair white like that? It looks really great. You're Foxy Loxy.
I am Turkey Leggy.
Yes?
I'm Sam Hensley, the new assistant apartment manager. I saw your light was on out here, and, well, tomorrow we're having a termite inspection in the building here tomorrow morning. This is Mike de Jerez. He's with Drop Dead Pest Control. He'd like to look behind your drain board and your refrigerator to make sure you haven't got any access areas around.
Access areas?
That's right, behind your drain board and your refrigerator. If we find any, I'll need the key to your apartment and permission to gas in here on Wednesday.
Well, it's, kinda late.
Oh, yes, ma'am. It's very, very late, and he's on triple rate, so if you don't mind, please.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, come on in, Mike. Come on in.
Oh, the kitchen is right over there. You're not termite inspectors, are you?
Miss Lardner, no. Okay, no, we're not, but we're trying to help you. We know you're in some trouble, and if we meant you any harm, we could have already done it. Surely you see that now, don't you?
Well,
We were hired by a man to
guess
find you. He gave us $1,000. We don't know who he was because I was, well, blindfolded. And then, well, he shot at us. We ran, but the client or the man got away. And then, what's the matter?
Oh.
What's the matter?
Oh, he's trying to kill me. I know he is. And then this afternoon, I was in the ballroom. Well, we open at 4 on Fridays. And, well, I saw him come in, see? And, well, I tried to run, but, well, he grabbed me. And, well, he was with this other man. And then they took me out into the alley. And then this third man, well, the one that gave me the briefcase and said he was from the gas company, well, he just appeared. And, well, then they started shooting at each other, and, well, that's when I ran.
Listen, I really think we ought to get out of here. We can take down the details later, don't you agree?
Right, right. There must be a lot of people who know where you live, Susan.
No. I just moved. Only a few people know. I mean, the man from the gas company knows, and, well, Bill knows.
Bill, I'm hoping he's not the man that's trying to kill you.
Yeah, he is.
I love this.
You see, I told Bill because he was going to mail the check to me.
Check.
Yeah, but then the man from the gas company came and, well, he gave me this.
Yeah, I definitely think it's time that we leave, Lionel.
Yes, let's go.
Well, wait, I didn't finish packing.
Well, forget the clothes. Let's just go, right?
Wait. I need Clarence.
Who's
Clarence?
So this is your new place?
Gee, this is nice. It's just like in the movies. Well, you two must be very successful.
Yes, as the saying goes, you gotta hang your hat somewhere. Better here than Poughkeepsie, if you get my meaning.
You scammed this place?
Look, Lionel, would you just keep your feathers down? I think we have a bigger problem here with Susan over there.
You scammed it.
Look, it's just an apartment, all right? It's a place to bunk. It was overpriced. Nobody was using it. And believe me, they were delighted, you hear me, to let Senator Brigham have it. I'm Senator Brigham. Look, the owners are writing it off as a campaign sort of contribution. So there's no sweat, right?
You're going
right.
to pay for this apartment.
What?
You're not going to scam people any longer. That was our arrangement. You're on parole. You realize what you're doing? Your half of our fee is going right into the manager's palm.
We'll talk about that later.
And the limo. Now
We'll
I see the
talk
senator
about that
needed
later.
a limo. Later, you're incorrigible.
I'm incorrigible.
Blackguard.
I wonder if you could see Bill Kingman's house from here. Bet you can. He lives in the hills. He's got this cabana where he shows motion pictures. You know, that's where I think I lost it. Right there, in the pool house, while Barbara Streisand was singing from the flybridge of a tugboat. Not very romantic, I guess, but, well, what is these days?
Miss Lardner, allow me to sort of formally introduce myself. My name is Lionel Whitney. I'm the president of Lionel Whitney Investigations. This is my associate, E.L. Turner. And what I want you to do is start at the beginning and tell me everything. Everything you can. Obviously, a lot is going on here. And people, as the saying goes, die in clusters.
Well, you know who Bill Kingman.
Son of Kingman Broadcasting, isn't he?
Oh, yes. Radio, television, 2 newspapers, a couple of ranches in Santa Barbara, avocados. Gee, I hate avocados.
How do you know Bill Kingman?
Miss Lardner, you say you lost it. Does it mean what I think it means?
Well, it means that I'm pregnant with Bill's child. 3 months this Friday. Well, obviously, he wouldn't want to marry a little dance hall nothing.
You're not a nothing. You shouldn't say those things. You're well, Miss Lardner, you're very pretty. And if I was back at the Roseland roof, I'd ask you to dance. I really would.
Would you go on, Miss Lardner?
Oh, yes. Well, I asked Bill if he would help pay for the hospital and everything. You see, I figure once the baby is born, well, I'll be okay because, well, I'm studying to be a dental assistant at night school. And, well, you can really rake it in with teeth. It's a very lucrative field.
Did Bill send you the money?
No, but he said he'd think about it. And then yesterday, the man from the gas company came and he read my meter. Well, then this afternoon, you see, the same man from the gas company came and, well, he gave me that briefcase. He said it was full of money.
Yeah, it sure is.
Are there any thousands in there?
Yeah, there are.
Let me see one of them.
Sure. What you got in mind?
Look at these serial numbers. Look at this. They're about 50 digits apart. I'll bet this bill came from that bushel of money.
You know, Lionel, you might have something here.
That means the man from the gas company, whoever he is, either worked for Kingman or somebody, and that Kingman was maybe the guy in the junkyard, or the gas man was... or who else? I think we should take all of this to the police.
Right. First thing in the morning.
1:30. Okay, nobody knows we're here. We'll sack out, and in the morning, as the saying goes, we'll take it downtown.
Very good.
Oh, I want to thank you guys. I don't know why you're doing this, but, well, nobody's helped me, really helped me since I left Omaha. And, well, L.A. is a lonely town, you know, and even working taxi dance, you never really touch. You never really make friends.
I'm going to bed. To bed.
Yeah, she was fragile, and they were trying to kill her. The slogan says that fat men are happy, but Savage says don't trust anyone. Harry the Rip was about as funny as a tenement house fire. A jowly beast with more chins than the Hong Kong phone book. And he was out there trying to kill Lillian. Lillian, who had finally slipped past my high wall, alarm-rigged personality. When I tried to talk to her, my words fell like change on a barroom floor. No light chatter from Mark Savage, because he was hopelessly, devoutly, majestically, yeah, okay, savagely in love.
Hold it right there. Both of you. You ain't gonna ruin this girl no more than you already have. You try coming after me and I waste you both.
Oh, they weren't really doing anything. They were just standing.
Is there a service entrance?
Do I know? I just moved here.
Let's look.
This way.
Come on, get the car. Don't scream.
Check him out. And I guess you're the man from the gas company.
I mean, I couldn't just pay her, Dad. I mean, I hope you see the problem I was facing. I mean, it's like you always told me. Clean up your own messes. I mean, how was I to know this guy was going to fall back on me? I mean, I hire him to snuff this little dance hall girl, and the next thing I know, he's jamming a gun in my face and demanding I pay her 40 grand. I mean, I know when I say it all at once like this, it sounds stupid. I mean, I can hear how stupid it sounds. But believe me, when it was happening, it didn't seem so stupid.
3 sons and all of them are disappointments. Your brother Robbie shot in the back in Korea. Your brother Tom up in Alaska somewhere working in a salmon cannery, and now you. Next year we were going to run you for governor and you pull this?
Look, I got Stubby and Chick from the ranch to help me. Chick's dead, but we've got the girl. Look, I hate to say it, Dad, but I think we've got to kill her. I mean, maybe Stubby'd take the heat for us if we paid him an...
Stop it! 3 sons and all of them are disappointments. Your brother Robbie shot in the back in Korea. Your brother Tom up in Alaska somewhere working in a salmon cannery, and now you. Next year we were going to run you for governor and you pull this?
Look, I got Stubby and Chick from the ranch to help me. Chick's dead, but we've got the girl. Look, I hate to say it, Dad, but I think we've got to kill her. I mean, maybe Stubby'd take the heat for us if we paid him an...
Stop it!
What are you doing?
Calling Stanley Coleman in Las Vegas. That's what I'm doing.
It ain't that bad. Man, I thought it hit a bone or something. I went down like a ton of bricks.
So you're a killer for hire, is that it?
Don't make it sound so creepy, kid. What I do is sell a cleanup service for people with loose ends. But I only waste a target if they deserve it. I got my ethics intact here.
What you do is grease people, whack them. You put a cap in their foreheads, right? You send them on the big downer.
Look, take the case of Little Tomato, Susan.
Yeah.
This guy, Kingman, he calls me up. He says he wants her wasted. The reason, she's carrying his kid. Now, I ask you, is that right? So I go meet this chickler. I want to get her aside. I say I'm from the gas company. She's a dumbo, but she's nice. She don't want nothing but the hospital costs from him. So I'm saying to myself, this snail must be going through life leaving a shiny trail on the sidewalk. I go back there and I shove my Roscoe in his chops. And I say, you're coming across with 40,000 or I'm going to, like the kid here says, send you on the big over and out.
So that's where the money came from.
Yeah, I go back and give it to her this afternoon. But I decide to watch this Kingman guy in case he rebounds. Sure enough, he goes to the ballroom with 2 dustbusters, but I'm following him. I break it up. It gets raunchy, and one of the cowboys eats it. Okay, my mistake. Hey, I'm not perfect.
Then why would Kingman hire me?
He's angry, in trouble. One of his employees has just been killed. So he decides he's going to kill the girl himself and take back the money. But he's still a little scared. He might run into Joe here. So he hires you as the bird dog. That's why he didn't want to be seen.
Can you believe a guy like that? He's got millions, and he's about to kill over a childbirth bill.
Yeah, it got to me, too. I mean, I got this kind of thing about broads, you know? I mean, okay, I know I look like the back of a truck, but underneath, I got feelings. Well, see, I've been watching what's going on in America, and I'm for this ERW thing.
ERA?
Yeah, that's the one. I mean, I think broads ought to have their rights, you know? I mean, I wouldn't want one flying no airplane or nothing. When it comes to, like, being clerks and stuff, I say, hell's bells, let's get liberal.
Yeah. Feminist hitman. Cute. I've heard a rumor that Kingman may be trying to run his son for governor. Maybe. If this is true, then he can't afford to have an illegitimate child with a taxi dancer for a mother.
All I know now is that poor girl's as good as gone.
No, she's not gone. The 3 of us, we can do it. We have the limo. I think it still runs. Maybe she's up at the Kingman estate. We'll go up there and we'll rescue her. You and me and EL, okay?
It's okay with me.
Hey, look, you know, when it comes to things like guns and killers and killing, you know, I mean, it's cool, but deep down in my heart, I really feel that there are people who are more equipped to handle this type of
He's
thing
in.
than...
Wait a minute. One other thing. Why do you think they took my picture?
And that's where we are, Stan. It's a mess, I know.
You say your boy took a picture of the detective he hired?
Yes.
That's about the only smart thing he did. Okay, Chase, I'll take care of it. You've been good to us. Now it's our turn. Put your kid on.
Hi, Stan.
You got this messed up good. We told you could go around killing people, huh? Don't answer. I don't want your papa upset. You listen to me, okay?
Yes, sir.
This girl, you got her at the estate, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sending a couple of accountants up your way.
Accountants?
They square accounts for me. Got it? Formatting machines, they know bupkis.
Okay.
And Bill, since you're the guy who dropped this dinner, I figure you gotta help clean it up. I don't want you telling your papa anything, because he don't need to know about these things. But you meet the accountants at the estate 10 o'clock tomorrow, and you and the accountants can help pull the tail off this cat. Then we find the rummy you hired, and we load him into a cement truck. He gets to be part of a bridge my construction company is building in Oxnard.
Stan, why do I have to...
That's the deal. If you want to hate it, go ahead. It's fine with me. Just be there.
Yes, sir.
Now, you've got the number in Palm Springs if you need me.
Relax, Dad. Everything's gonna be okay.
All we have to do is ice the girl, and later we put her and Whitney in cement like Mr. Corman said.
Okay, Stubby's got her out back waiting to take her wherever you want. So just let me know when you've done it.
Oh, Mr. Kingman, we got orders from Mr. Corman that you got to come along.
What for? I mean, I'm an accomplice anyway, right? I mean, why do I have to watch?
Oh, you got to do more than watch. Mr. Corman said you got to do the thing. You're the trigger.
Me?
Yeah, we'll do Whitney, but he says you gotta do Miss Lardner.
Mr. Kingman?
Are any of them the guys I met in the junkyard?
Yeah. The big guy and the little guy. The others, I don't know.
Out-of-town talent. I know one of those guys, bloodletted from Vegas. Carrot something.
I still think this is a job for Sky King. Come on.
Okay, kiddo, the Governor Mansion is waiting. All you have to do is quiff the little bird, and we'll take care of everything else.
They're gonna kill her. Shoot the gun out of his hand.
This ain't a Tom Mix movie, come on. From 20 yards, nobody can do that.
Tenspeed and Brown Shoe will continue in a moment.
Come on, we ain't got all day. Now!
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Really, it is. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. We're here, we're here. We solved the case.
Lionel. Oh, Lionel. Lionel.
I know. Oh, don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry, it's over.
Yeah, it was over. And Harry the Rip was eating stale biscuits through a metal grate. I owed Shelley for the car I'd wrecked, and Dr. Tremaine and his son were copping a plea with the DA. And Lillian? Well, Lillian had moved in with me. I know, it wouldn't last. She was restless and already talking about going home. I looked down at her tender face, ghostly and fragile, and pale as a 6 o'clock moon. They say love is blind, but Savage says it can warm you or turn you cold. I didn't know how this would end. I was afraid to turn the next page. Why don't you turn it? But don't be disappointed if there's nothing there.
Lionel, would you turn that light off? We gotta get out of here first thing in the morning. Will somebody get this cat out of my bed?
Clarence. Clarence.